when I was in my early 20s, I was not a believer at that point. And one of the things that got me to come back, or got me to start thinking about Christianity again, was just discovering intelligent Christians out there. Not to say that the people that were in my church when I grew up were not intelligent, but that was an aspect of Christianity, or a part of it, that I didn't really experience. It just didn't make an impression on me. If it was there, I didn't see it, and it didn't really register with me. There were probably people in my church that were like, well read in theology, and maybe like could have discipled me or mentored me in, a lot of ways, but I didn't know about that. That wasn't something that I was conscious in. So, and that's one reason why I think, churches maybe should think a lot about, if they have people like that in their congregations, like giving young people a chance to like talk with them at different times, because I think that that might be very helpful. Because my experience was that Christians are just not really interested in intellectual things. And that wasn't, the sole reason, or even probably the primary reason why I stopped going to church. But it did that was the impression I had, for sure. And I did think that I was in part justified by not belonging to a church or not going to church, because I don't want to be the kind, that kind of person that doesn't think about things, or isn't very intelligent, or whatever. That was, I think, an excuse that I used myself to kind of rationalize why I wasn't going, or why I was no longer involved, is because there were not people there that I thought were just, there was a lack of curiosity, or there was a lack of interest in intellectual things. And it seemed like these people didn't necessarily have good reasons for what they believed, and certainly none that I had, been told about. So I'm in my early 20s, and I discover, for like the first time really, academic theology, and the fact that there are people out there like William Lane Craig who, we can criticize a lot of things that he says, and that he believes, but nobody can deny that he's a brilliant guy, right?
He's intelligent. He's very smart.
He's as smart as they come. So just realizing that people like that are out there who do believe things that are very similar to what the people in my, that church back home believed, that was a revelation for me. And that definitely softened my resistance to Christianity, because I was like, well, maybe this whole like idea of like being an intellectually curious person who wants to have reasons for believing things, and being a Christian, maybe those things are not incompatible, right? Maybe you can actually do both and have both. So just realizing that, and having that kind of, in my face, made a huge difference, I think, just to how I saw my possibilities, or saw what was possible for me, or what was, just what the future might hold. At that point, ever since then, basically, I've just been studying theology nonstop. And that was a big part of what got me to do that, was just realizing, oh, wait, there's actually this intellectual tradition in Christianity, this amazing, massive tradition of reflection and intelligent commentary, and intelligent discussion and inquiry in the history of Christianity, and all kinds of things. And that's like this mine, right? This gold mine that's just waiting there for you to like start mining it, and you'll never run out of things to discover, and to think about, and to learn, and to study. And when I realized that, it's like my perception of Christianity changed a lot just through that realization. So all that to say, you're certainly right. Getting a dose of intelligent Christianity, getting a dose of what you might call thinking man's Christianity, right? Christianity from people that think about it carefully. That's probably sufficient, right? Just people who think about it carefully, who care about having the right beliefs, care about the truth, care about making sure that what they believe has some kind of reasoning behind it or some kind of support, right, that they can point to. People who care about the why question, right? As soon as you realize that exists, it certainly can change everything.